Let's dive into that. What are the mistakes you see that brands make with their video content?
Absolutely. Well, I will start with the most obvious one. It seems obvious, but it is the mistake that I see over and over and over and over and over. And if I could keep saying over for another 100 times, I would again.
Sure. Let's go. I'll keep
And
track.
that is that brands fundamentally they'll have like a brief, and they'll start with, well, what do we want people to know? What do we want them to learn? And they approach it from the standpoint of like, what do I want to say? And I think that fundamentally, and part of this is maybe just instincts of how I consume content, what I've seen from other brands that like have done this well, is we flip it on its head and we say, how are we going to create something that people will actually watch? And then what do we want them to learn? And I know it sounds like a very simple way of thinking about it, but I would say most people approach it more like they would if they just had a talking head video and they were like, okay, so I have a minute with somebody, or I have 30 seconds. What do I want them to know? And they just start from that standpoint. And it's like, that's not actually what you need to do. You need to think, how am I going to make sure that they're going to at least stick with me for 15 seconds? Like, and you've seen the numbers on some of our ads, like, some of the long form ads will do, 25, 30, 35 second average watch times. And it's like, you only get there by saying, okay, it's not just the hook, but it's like also, how am I honoring people's attention? And you talked about laughing out loud. I mean, I think you can be clever. I think you can be funny. I think you can be interesting. I think you can be educational. It doesn't have to be funny, although funny is a good mechanism. But fundamentally, that is a mistake I see so many brands make, is they're like, introducing new product, or like, have you seen this? Or I love this product. And it's like, immediately like skip. I mean, that's it. It's just like, we're in the skip world.
Right.
And if you make content that people are likely to skip, it doesn't matter how much you like it. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. It doesn't matter what you have to say. People just skip it.
Exactly. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
starting with this is what I want to say versus starting with this is what people want to hear and see. This is what the people want to experience. And yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be funny, because some people aren't naturally funny. That's the tricky part about being funny, is if you're not a comedian, what you think is funny, probably other people won't, right? And so it's hard to be funny and to sell. You guys do it really, really well.